Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of my Car Mechanic 2021 series. Yeah, like I said, took a bit of a break from doing the YouTube thing around the holidays because fireworks, and basically I wanted to take a break. Uh, yeah, so we're on the second of two cars from the Lotus DLC. So we are going to be working on the Lotus Elise S1. We're going to get this up to 100% condition, just like we did every other car we've done in this series so far. And as you can see, it's not in the best of shape. But we're going to fix that. So, first things first, we want to go ahead and the frame knocked out. Amazing how much better it makes that whole back end look. That was just a tetanus shot waiting to happen. Alright, so start popping off the body panels here. Should be at 1%. Nope, 2%. Oh, did we forget? Oh, yeah, we forgot the back window. There we go. I don't know if we're going to be able to recover or, excuse me, repair any of the body panels we pulled off, but let's give it a try. Got one thing, which is one more than I thought we were going to have, to be honest. That was the... Oh shit, I forgot I had a case. Okay, so we had... Let me sort by condition. Get this out of the way here. Hang on. I was doing car hunting and I forgot I still had this thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. One moment, please. We're going through... quick thing here. Take that. Be useful later. Alright, back to work here. So we're going to do custom plates, so we'll get rid of that. So it's the front left door. It's the only thing we're able to salvage or save from that. So, I'm going to get rid of the rest of this and just order everything at once here. Actually, hang on. Before we do that, let's we're gonna mark everything. Actually, hang on. I forgot to up the percentage. There we go. Might go ahead and get that, that. Probably get the... We have the windshield on there? Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, we put the rear window on there twice. That's alright. Body workstation, Lotus Elise. Okay. Get the hood. Alright. Front clamshell. You. Right headlight. Your other headlight. Brand new windshield. Rear window, which we're going to buy one of because I goofed up there. Rear clamshell. Got you. Left side mirror. Right door. Close. Search. Also get the right side mirror. Excuse me. Get that. Ooh. Gotta do some preemptive part buying here. Looking good so far. Okay, got anything else? Oh, right, the headlights. Okay, should get us pretty close. Let's go get the custom plates before I forget. Just gonna do the standard ones that I do when I'm not doing like a theme build. Okay. Those put on. Okay, so body and frame are now 100%. Actually, nice looking little car when you get all the panels put back on. Okay, let's do interior. Wear the old stuff. Go ahead. We're gonna mark this stuff separate anyway because we're missing an item here. Okay. So, boop, boop, and boop. All right. Okay, won't let me go into the store when it's in assembly mode. Okay, that's fine. Alright, off to the interior shop. Two fancy dancy seats. There's no bench, so we don't have to worry about that, thank goodness. And brand new steering wheel. Now we can go in and do this. Alright. Body frame and interior now are all at 100%. Ooh, look at the color ranges on that. We got the dark blue, which is I think is what's currently on there. We got a purple. Dude, you want to do like a shiny purple paint job? We haven't done a purple car in a while. Might have to check that out when we get this over to paint. I have ideas. Alright. So, these rims look a little crunchy, so let's get them up in the air. We'll take care of the tires and rims, and then we'll head over to paint. Pretty sure this was a junkyard. Nope, it was an auction find. Okay, I stand corrected. Usually when they're in this rough a shape, it's usually because it's a junkyard find, but some of these I got lucky. I found some that were like craptacular condition at the auctions. It's actually kind of nice. Excuse me. Tickle in the back of my throat. Ah, much better. I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video or not, but I went ahead and bought the new DLC. There's the Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth, basically Mopar DLC with like 8 new cars. Got them, got the electric car DLC cars bought. So we have several more episodes than we originally planned to do. But yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know about that. I think I might have already mentioned that or not. It's been a while. Bear with me. I'm looking forward to doing both, actually. Especially when I got to see what kind of electric cars they were. They weren't just like basically glorified golf carts. These are actually... I don't know if I would buy them, but they look interesting. So yeah, we're going to traipse through that. That's going to be the second to last DLC that we do. And then the last DLC, to kind of round things out, is going to be the most recent DLC, which is the one I just mentioned, the one with the Mopar cars. Which, by the way, was a good thing I didn't start doing that DLC right away, because it looks like the developers issued some hot fixes over the last few days. Apparently there was some tweaks that needed to be made, which would have potentially caused issues had I tried to go and record, you know, putting these cars together right away. So, yay, good job. Okay, so it looks like we're able to keep all the rims intact, get them all 100%. So we just need, okay, so we do have 2 different tire sizes. That's fine. Keep one of each for comparison purposes, and we're going to go right over to the tire shop. Okay, this needs to be a 185/55. Need 2 of those. And then we need 205/50. Two of those. Verify. So 185/55 R15, 185/55 R15, 205/50. Oh shit, we hacked up. Wait, this actually has bigger. Ooh, okay, I should have paid attention to that. Easy fix. Oopsie doodle. Right tire proportions, just wrong size. Let's get rid of the other 205. This is why you keep the tires. Alright. We're just doing that again. Those tires, the 185s are correct, but the 205s are 16s. Okay. We can fix that. Let's see. 205/50. Well, like I said, that's why I like keeping the original tires around, so you can compare them. It saves you a bit of grief. It makes it easy to correct your mistake too. So 205/50 R16, 205/50 R16. Now we're good. See, I'm used to them being different sizes or different proportions, but not different, you know, tire widths or whatever, or you know what I mean, tire diameters. Anyway, like I said, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm probably using the wrong terms. You're watching me for mechanical advice. You're yeah, no, sorry, I am not a mechanic. Code mechanic maybe, but not a car mechanic. At least it was a minor screw up. Not like we went all the way through the build and realized that the car had, you know, the wrong tires on it. Come on. Mouse work, please. Bang. that one was easy. Alright. Let's get him back on the car. Okay, yeah, 205 50R16. That's good. I'm gonna double check the size, make sure we're putting the right stuff on the right end of the car. Otherwise, it's gonna get really awkward really quick. So that's the other 205. Alright, let's get her sitting on her own 2 or 4 feet, I guess. Make sure everything's kosher on the suspension. Like we're good. It's not complaining, it's not up on blocks. Alright, let's get you over to 8. Alright, let's see what we can do with this thing. That's actually looking pretty good. A little bit lighter shade, kind of give it a little more pop. There we go. I think we're getting there. Let's see what kind of liveries we've got. Oh, wait. Racing motif, but no numbers. Wonder why they didn't make that matching that. That seems kind of awkward. Let's see, if it didn't have the little white spot on the side, I'd actually do one of those. But it seems like the only way you're going to get the stripes is if you have the little dot on the side. Yeah, I think we'll just go by itself. Anybody else getting kind of a Miata vibe from this thing? Kinda, sorta? Just me? Okay. Alright, back to the bay. We got her all spiffied up. Yeah, we got 3 out of 4, and the parts condition's garbage, and you could kind of see why when we go back here. This engine is no bueno. We're going to fix that. First, we need to get some stuff apart. Of course, I try to go up and reach the switch, and there's nothing to reach. Let's see just how intact the engine is and see whether or not we need to drain the oil. Okay, she's crusty as frig, but I think we can handle this. Okie dokie. Let's get the oil out. See how bad this stuff looks. Yeah, not much there. It's not good. Alright. What else do we need to grab from down here? Where's your exhaust going? Right back there. And all that's engine bay, but what about the... Alright, so we're gonna need to get the... Yeah, I should have seen this coming. We need to get the tires off so we can get the gearbox off. Alright, let's get those drive shafts out. Or drive axles out, I'd say. Starter's probably hanging us up. And And it's only from the engine bay, which means I gotta pop this thing down, take that out, and then come back down and get the goddamn gearbox. Well, the exhaust is easily disassembled. It's literally just two pieces, one of which is attached to the engine. I wonder if that'll just let me grab that, or am I going to have to, just go ahead and yank it. Can't be too careful. The two-piece. We'll get the parts, and then we'll hold on to them till when we get the engine back in. Then we'll deal with the rest of that. But we're back here. What's missing back here? Batteries there. We'll do that. We'll deal with that later. Trying to make sure we're not missing any of the other. Okay, so the coolant and the everything but the power steering's up front, and well, in the battery too. But I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Let's see. Go ahead and drain you. Even the brake cylinder's up front. Let's go ahead and get all the fluids out since we're going to be replacing this stuff anyway. Always good practice, both in the game and in real life. When you're working on your car like that and you're having to dig deep like we are, get rid of all the fluids. Otherwise, you're going to have an interesting time. Very messy time. Alright, so we need to get this thing back up in the air because we need to get the gearbox off of this thing, and then we should be able to just pick this thing clean out of the back of the car. So, here. That's a big honkin' gearbox. There we go. This should be free and clear. But let's go fix these up first. Actually, hang on. The exhaust is going to get... We're going to replace that with performance equivalents. The rest of this should be able to fix it. Alright. Let's go get the exhaust so we'll have that ready to go for when we reinstall the engine. Yep. Everything else should be 100%, and it is. Good, good, good. Alright. Get her back down. Alright, and there we go. Didn't give us a fight or anything. Just kind of looking it over. Strap a turbo on this thing and it would almost look like the one in some more modern cars. Anyway, what we're going to do here, we're going to take this thing all the way down to the engine block and the crankshaft. We'll fix those two items up if we can, replace them if we can't, and then we're going to rebuild this thing from the ground up using as many performance parts as we can. That's kind of been our MO since the beginning of this series, and no reason to change now. So we're just going to peel this stuff off a layer at a time. Okay. This engine cover off. Oh, wait. I was wondering what was hanging up. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't see the ignition wires there. Oops. Yeah, that was easy enough. One little ignition coil. Let's get all this crap up front inked off. Okay, doing good so far. Oh, almost forgot the oil filter. Go. And like I said, we're just kind of peeling the onion here. Alright, that's... Looks like I got quite a few rusted bolts here. No big deal. Just work around them. Right. It looks like the rest of the bolts are in good shape. That's all engine blocks. I don't have to worry about that. Looks like we got everything else, so let's flip this over. Get the oil pan off, and then we can work on the internals. We might be able to save the engine block and the crankshaft. I mean, they look like they're in pretty rough shape, but could be worse. Be a lot worse. All right, there we go. Oh look, we can actually recover them both, or fix them both. Splendid. That'll save us a little bit of work. Alright, let's get those put back on the stand. We'll get rid of the rest here in a moment. Okay, that's going to be our starting point for the newly rebuilt engine. Okay, first things first. I need to go here. So like I said, anything that's not 100% we don't want to save. We're going to buy all new stuff. Because, so we're going to sell pretty much everything below 90%, which should take care of almost everything. Cool. So now we get to order parts. So we're just going to do this kind of quick. Did we get the oil filter? We did not. Okay. Just making sure. 4 pistons Conrod. It looks like we need 3 crankshaft bearing caps, which we'll need to get rod caps and rings when we go to the menu. Fuel filters on there. Pretty sure we got the flywheel, water pump. What about the power steering pump? Alternator. Okay, looks like we got everything we need for the initial assembly. So let's go here. We're already at the tuning shop, so grab what we can. And brand new alternator. Power steering pump. Pistons with connecting rod. Rest of this should be standard parts. So let's get the timing cover. Got your water pump right here. Standard issue oil filter. And 3 crankshaft bearing caps. We got a couple more things we want to get though. I'm just going to get the standard ones because this should be the right one. There's only 3 types and it's not a Hemi and it's not a V8. So process of elimination there. Okay. Brand new rod caps. Good, good, good. Alright, let's get going. I was gonna say there was something else I wanted to do here, and I was like, yeah, the water pump. There we go. And put the pistons in first. Just like that. And we'll work our way up the middle again. This time we're putting stuff together instead of trying to tear stuff down. Yep. All right. Looks like everything from that round. So now we can get the oil pan, get the clutch plate, and the engine head. Trying to look around here, see if there's any kind of other gotchas. Stuff we need to watch out for. Doesn't look like it. Okay, good. Back over to the performance shop. Oil pan's a standard part, so the clutch plate is here, and the engine head should be as well. Pardon me. Still burping up lunch or supper. Alright, let's go over here. We'll get the oil pan. Good to go there. That oil pan on there first, and then we can right the engine. Oop, just like that. Get on there. Okay. You secured. Rock on. Alright. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Go ahead and get spark plugs, cam caps, got the exhaust, and you got the intake. Get down there, please. Thank you. Clutch pressure plate. Have anything up front? We haven't already gotten? Nope. Alrighty then. Back over here. Got our spark plugs. 2 camshafts. 1 aftermarket exhaust manifold. An equally shiny intake. And a fancy dancy clutch pressure plate. Whoop. Click the wrong spot there. Here we go. Since we're down here, put the pressure plate on first. The intake. And the exhaust. Wait, can we really put that on here? Well, shit. If I'd known that, I would have left that on there. Okay. Good to know. Oh, spark plugs. Right. Okay, that leaves us with just the end exhaust in there. Wait, did I buy 2 of those somehow? Must have hit the buy button twice. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so that is the performance part. Okay, I just want to make sure, because I was like, why did I buy 2 of those? For some reason I hit buy button twice on that. Anyway, move on. So, yeah. Doing good so far, except for that one weird little hiccup. I didn't even notice I bought 2 of those. That. We get the fuel rail. Yes, we did. Got the throttle, fuel rail, camshafts with bearing, clutch release bearing, and timing cover. Okay. Guess what happens when I'm, in a bit of a hurry, I guess. I think that was a performance part, but I figured I'd look anyway. Alright, let's go back over to the standard parts shop. Okay. Good to go. And let's get the throttle put on. Oh, fuel rail. Right. There we go. Now we're good. Alright. 2 cam gears, engine head cover. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Pretty sure those were standard parts, but I wanted to check anyway. The cam gears I know are standard. Those things are never a performance part, so far as I know. Alright, so we get the ignition coil, ignition wires, and first of our belts. Nope. Get the belt here. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get that on order. The wiring cover. This last timing cover and first of the rollers. I don't think any of that's a performance part. If it is, I'd be very surprised. Right? The other timing cover and crankshaft pulley. Well, he's looking spiffy now. Right? The other cover, pulley. It'd be pretty close to being done with this thing. Bet you we're going to need a roller, but I don't remember which one. So we'll discover that here in about 5 seconds. Roller A. Okay. Wasn't sure if it was the same roller as the other one, but it was. Rock on. Is that everything? Looks like it. Alright, I think we're done. I mean, if we're not, the game's going to tell us at some point anyway. Drop that back in. A lot better condition when she came out. Alright, let's get rid of you. And... oh, the airbox is back here too. That makes sense. Okay. Right. I'm gonna pop that out first. Fix the battery here in a minute. No, I must have moved my mouse off. I was like, I was removing the clips. Damn it. I can only get the gas tank from under the car, but I can get the fuel pump from here, apparently. I'll mess with that later. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to, because I want to get the rest of this stuff in the engine compartment taken care of first. Although, I might go ahead and just yoink that. Got anything else we can pull besides the gas tank, which we'll have to do from underneath the car, because why would you be able to grab the gas tank anywhere else, you know? Right? Right. Okay, let's go fix... actually, no, hang on. Let's fix the battery. Or fix it. We're gonna condition the battery or charge it. Come on. Basically, plug it in and count to 5. Okay. Battery's good. We're gonna need stuff I'm gonna go ahead and mark the stuff we can't fix. So we're gonna mark him, him, and him. Battery's already good to go. See what all of this we can fix up. Provided I'm in the right area for that. There we go. All right, let's see where that left us. Everything but the power steering reservoir. Okay, I can live with that. And then we'll get the rest on order, and then we'll go do stuff. We'll add you to the list, and then we'll go here. And from here, we'll be able to get the fuel tank. The air filter is aftermarket, so is the fuel pump. So we'll get the power steering reservoir. And we'll head over to the tune-up shop. Get the aftermarket fuel pump and the fancy schmancy air filter. While we're down here, we get the fuel tank in there, and then we can handle the rest from up top. Actually, could probably go ahead and put this back on. Yeah, the rest of that's going to have to be handled from inside. Come on. There you go. And can't forget the starter. That would be bad. I've done that before on builds where it's like car's like 99.9% complete, and it's like, what the heck did I do wrong? And like, oh yeah. Alright, so the drive shafts or the drive axles we're not going to put in until we get the suspensions redone. We are, however, going to go ahead and put fluids in. Okay, so that should be everything we could do in the engine compartment. The only thing we got left is the suspension back here, which we're going to do here in a bit. First, I'm going to get over here, tear all this stuff out, and replace it. We're going to start with you. All this other stuff. Okay, do we have anything on our shop list? Okay, no. We're gonna go ahead. Mark all those before we yank them. We know we're gonna have to replace them all. When you're working on a vehicle, whether it's one of the story missions or one of the restorations like what we're doing here, never trust the fuses, ever. When in doubt, rip them out. Because you can always replace them, and unless you're just starting out on doing restorations, you're not gonna, it's not gonna, like, break the bank. Okay. I'll make sure we didn't have anything else. Looks like we're good. See how much of this we can fix up. Cool, that should have gotten us most of the way. Okay. Washer reservoir. I bet you the coolant reservoir is probably the other one I didn't get. The rest of these are all fuses and or relays. So, yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and sell all the stuff we don't want to keep. And we'll get the non-electrical stuff first. So coolant reservoir, washer reservoir, and the rest are fuses or relays. Okay. Going over here. Excuse me. 2 fuse type Bs. 2 fuse type As. 3 relay type Bs. 2 relay type As. 3 relay type Cs. Sure we ain't got anything else. Looking good. Let's get back in there. Easy stuff first. Rock on. Alright. Do we got anything else that's missing? Doesn't look like it. Other than the fluids. I mean, we'll get to that here in just a moment. Okay, that's everything in here. So, literally the only thing we have left to do is the front and rear suspension. So, we're going to get this up in the air so we can work on it. We're going to get these front tires off because we're going to be pulling both the front and back suspension before we start ordering parts. Alright. Start ripping things out. Come on. Alright, let's get the other side taken care of. And both of these are rusted. That's not good. Come on. There you go. I mean, you kind of expect there to be a lot of rusty bolts given that the part condition for the car when we started was what, like 26%? Something like that? So yeah, I'm not surprised, just, you know, slows you down a little bit. Alright, let's everything off the front suspension, so let's pull all this stuff out back here. We'll get the assemblies for the suspension yanked apart, and then we'll see what we can fix up. Accidentally clicked on the wrong part. Do that in this game, sometimes it sends you quite a distance. Okay. Just about got her all torn apart here. Just a few more to go. Okay, looking good. Alright. Nope, I want to take them apart, not put them together. Alright, first things first, we're going to take care of the brake discs. And there's one. That's number 2. Okay, number 3. And number 4. Sorry. Alright. So that's it on those. Now we're going to go into focus mode here because we're going to have, looks like 5 pages worth of repairs to do. So I'm not talking much, that's why. So let's go. Almost there. Alright. So that should have gotten us pretty damn far. Okay. Let's take a look here. So, yeah. It did actually get us pretty dang far. Considering where we started. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to order the stuff that's not 100%. Sell the stuff we don't want to keep and buy the new stuff, and then we'll move on. So, alright. Get rid of the parts we don't want to keep. Bam. Take a look at the shopping list here in a minute. We still got quite a few to go here, so we're going to go ahead and grab everything. Got the bearings. Got the 16 rubber bushings. New set of brake pads for the entire car. There you go. Wheel hubcaps. New front shock caps. New wishbones for the rear. That sounds bad. It wasn't. New front shock wishbones. Front sway bar. New front springs. New outer tie rods. New inner tie rods. New rear shock caps. Brand new rear springs. And 2 front end links. There we go. Alright, before we do anything else, I'll make sure, try to make this as easy as on myself as possible here. We're going to get the suspension assemblies put together beforehand instead of when I need them. Okay, good to go. One more. Okay. Do the rear suspension first, just because. All right. Thankfully, this is the rear suspension on this one's fairly straightforward. Not super complicated. I mean, compared to some of the other cars we've worked on in this series, you know. And that we want the 205. Okay. Get this side put together. Okay, good, good. Everything's going together nicely. That's the other 205 that we want to put on. Okay. Quick check here. Things are looking good. Let's get over here too. Awesome. Let's get down here and we'll do this side of things. Alrighty. This one doesn't even have a cross member. That's interesting. Get off there. Or on there, rather. And got the 185s, which are the only 2 tires we have right now. You taken care of. That's kind of honestly my only. The only thing I'd knock about this particular car is the choice of the liveries. Like, if they had just the striping itself, or maybe have the racing number thing actually have a or the racing little circle thing on the sides actually have a number in it, because you know this could be a car you take out on the track, maybe. You know, actually have a number on there instead of having it blank. I mean, even then, like I said, that's a minor nitpick. But I would have loved to have the stripes be like their own livery option. Because they had one there I was actually willing to put on the car, but it was either the black or yellow stripe with the little dot on the side, with no number on it. And it's just like, it just doesn't look right. Sorry. Okay, inventory is empty. Let's check the numbers. Hey, we hit 100%. Good job, everybody. Car is at 100% condition. So we reached our goal. Let's get over to the alignment shop. We'll get the headlights and the suspension, or the wheels rather, lined up. Oh, too far. Okay, that looks good. Alright, headlights are aligned. Okay, oh hey, one of the wheels is actually aligned from the get-go. Nice. Alright, that's all done. Now it's time for the dyno room. Again, it's a 4-banger. We do have some performance parts in it, but don't expect miracles. 117 horsepower, so yeah. And 126 pound-feet of torque. I wonder if this comes in an automatic. Probably not. It's powered by Angry Hornets. $175 horsepower. So a 59 horsepower gain, so it gained about 50%. 182 pound-feet of torque, so a gain of 56, so 44% increase. Not super great, but given the car, not too shabby. Not too shabby. To be fair, my Equinox puts out about 170. Just saying. Just saying. And mine does have a turbo. So, knock off a few horsepower to get it to be like apples to apples. Okay, we'll go put it out front. Take a couple of pictures. This one is going to be the thumbnail for the video. This one's going on the Discord. Cool. One last thing we gotta do. We're gonna attempt the speed track. Again, don't expect miracles, but it's a small engine in a small car, so it could be a good matchup. Like I said, it's gonna be powered by Angry Hornets, so you're gonna hear some weird shit. Alright. Off we go. Didn't even squeak the wheels. Oh, there it goes. That was only for shifting them. Come on, can we break 100? Yay! Eat it, Top Gear. 120. 130. Oh, those Hornets are angry. 38, 39, 140. Hot damn. I think that's about as far as we're gonna go. 142 miles an hour. I mean, it's still faster than you'll get on most US highways. But hey. Again, it's a good matchup. Small engine, small car. You know, not gonna complain. I can make fun of it, but I'm not gonna complain. There's a difference. I mean, would I drive it if it was an automatic? Sure. I'm one of those like sheltered, you know, redneck Americans that somehow didn't drive a manual car in his entire life. So I know. Lose all my fans, unsub, unfollow, whatever. Anyway. Okay, so we got her all spiffied up, a lot better than when we found her, right? I mean, you guys saw the car for the end of the last few episodes, and it was in pretty rough shape. That's putting it nicely. Look like I've been left out in the elements for forever. All right, let's take a look at the numbers. So, right, bought it for 14 grand, a little over 14 grand. You can see the condition bonus, the performance and parts values, how all that stuff factors in. So we're selling it for $83,872 for a profit of $69,805. Still made a pretty hefty return on, you know, such an interesting car. Guess I want to sell it. Done and done. All right. Let's move some stuff around. So, for next time, we've got the Hinata Moon, which this was recommended to me by YouTube, comment on a much earlier YouTube video that I put out. I'm gonna move you to Bay 1 because this is going to be the next thing we do. This is the filler episode. Although I have a feeling we might have a little bit of fun with this one in terms of the performance parts. Eager to see how this one turns out. Then, we finally, after, you know, some false starts here, we're actually going to start on the Nissan DLC. So we got the 370Z Nismo, or Nismo, how you pronounce it. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Dumbass American here. Okay, gonna put you in Bay 2, because that's going to be 2 episodes out. And yes, we're getting rid of that paint job. I don't like that shade of green. I'm sorry. I really don't. And then we've got the GTR, the R35. This one should be an interesting build. So we're going to move you to position 2. That's 3 episodes out for those who, you know, can only count to 4. You know that song. Go look it up. If you don't know that song, rather, go look it up on YouTube. It's literally, I can only count to 4. Anyway, back to business here. We're gonna pull the next car out, which is the Nissan Silvia, the S15. It looks like we might have cleaned you, but yeah. Oh, it's crunchy. Tell you what, let's go wash this thing anyway. Just to be on the safe side. Because that's one thing is like, sometimes I get in these buying sprees with the cars and I forget to actually do the cleaning. Okay. And their cleaning system always sounds like a fire extinguisher going off, by the way. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Didn't like it changed anything, so I guess it must have already been cleaned, which is good. So that's 4 episodes out. So yeah. We're gonna be neck deep in Nissan for a while. Got that one, we got the 2 out here. And like I said, we got quite a bit more here. We got actually 1 more Nissan, and then it's off to the Mazda. After a filler episode, we'll do the Mazda DLC. And then after another filler car, we got the cars from the Hot Rod DLC. And then after yet another filler episode, we'll be doing the electric cars. So we got the Auto Tutto Aventino, the Adam 330, Adam Renton, and Elenti Easy. And another filler episode, and then we get to the fun that is the Dodge Chrysler Plymouth, basically the Mopar DLC. That's going to be kind of our capstone DLC that we have for the series. I don't know if I'll do anything afterwards. The drag racing stuff doesn't really interest me that much. I just wanted the cars that came with it. So, yeah. If they do more DLCs, I'll add stuff on, or if they even create a new, if they do another car mechanic sim in the future, that one's going to be its own playlist. So don't worry about that just yet. They haven't announced it. Don't worry. Don't get excited. Anyway, enough about that. I want to thank everybody for watching, and like I said, we got plenty more to do yet before the series is over, and appreciate everybody for, you know, just knocking it out of the park with all the views on the channel. I can't even check what the numbers are, but I know one of the cars we did, I think the 500E or one, it was the one that was like the Joker car, remember, that we ended up painting it like a shiny black color? That thing's over 100 views now. It's been out maybe a week and a half. So with that, turn you guys loose. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get notifications for any videos that get uploaded, or maybe even streams, which I may do more in the future. I'm still kind of up in the air on that schedule wise, but you'll know it when you see it. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.